We'll try to make a 3-course meal out of 1 cup of shin ramen, 1 packet of regular ramen, 3 eggs, and some other ingredients you probably already have at home. Oh, and we'll be getting some help from Chef Mike. I don't know how this is going to go, but let's give it a shot. Let's start with the appetizer. Get a shin ramen cup, or any other cup noodles. Double check that this is one that lets you put it in the microwave. Rip it open. Take the noodles and the veggie flakes out. Set them aside because we'll be using them later. Pour tap water up to the half point here. Then add just a bit less than half the flavor sachet. We'll be using the rest later. Grab 2 eggs, crack them in the soup and beat them. You can also add in some veggies like shredded carrots
if you're a maniac.
Once the eggs and the soup have mixed well, cover it with cling wrap and chuck it in the microwave for 3 minutes. It'll look something like this. Then, take the wrap off and run it again for a minute. After it's done, check if it's cooked through. If not, chuck it back in there for 30 seconds and repeat until cooked. Since we're doing fine dining today, serve the steamed egg on a plate. Pour some sesame oil on it and garnish with green onions.
Ta-da!
It's warm, fluffy, savory, salty, and really not spicy at all. It's the perfect egg appetizer. Moving on to the main course. Grab the cup from before. If you want, give it a quick wash with water. Put the noodles and the veggie flakes back in there. Pour boiling water up to the line without the flavor sachet. Chuck that bowl into the microwave for 1 minute. If you're using tap water, run it for 3 minutes. Once the noodles are separating, leave just a bit of water and drain the rest. Put in the remaining half of the seasoning sachet. Mix it well and crack in an egg on top. We're sending this guy back into the microwave for another minute. But before you do, remember to poke the egg yolk. If you don't, it might explode more violently than your worst diarrhea. If the egg isn't cooked through, put it back in the microwave and run it at 10-second intervals until cooked. Once done, serve it up on a plate. Garnish with green onions and sesame seeds. You can also top it with a slice of cheese while it's hot.
Ta-da!
Think of it like a stir-fried shin ramen, but with a nicely cooked egg on it. It's seasoned perfectly with just a little more than half the seasoning powder. The final course, dessert. Get a packet of ramen, take out the noodles and put it on a microwave-safe plate. Now get some mayonnaise and spread it well on both sides of the noodles. Then sprinkle some sugar generously on both sides. Chuck it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes. Then flip it and chuck it in there for another 1.5 minutes. Once done, the sugar should have slightly browned like this. If not, then chuck it back in for additional 15-second intervals. Leave it to cool for a few minutes. Now you can eat it as it is like a sandwich.
If you're a maniac.
Or put this in a plastic bag or Ziploc bag and smash it to pieces. Then sprinkle your flavor sachet. I recommend using about half the sachet. It's sweet, salty, savory, and spicy. Has a really satisfying crunch too. This is generally one of the best snacks I've ever eaten, no joke. Perfect way to finish up a 3-course meal, all thanks to Chef Mike.
Yummy.